Welcome back to another episode. This time I'll be playing the Asari Valkyrie. Stronghold package, M5 phalanx. The Stronghold package mainly to pick up a little extra health where I can. The idea behind it is to use tech armor to add to my durability and increase my power damage, of course. And I'll be using Annihilation Field to prime biotic combos and then warp to detonate them. Of note, though, the radius on here I don't think is actually the radius that it primes the combos. I think that's just for when you detonate the Annihilation Field, which I'll probably end up doing from time to time. The detonate for warp because, again, I'm trying to get explosions all the time all over the place. And overall, this is a pretty brave class to play, and it takes a little getting used to, and sometimes I still get sync killed. But overall, it's pretty solid. The things that are really dangerous to this class are a little bit different than the things that are usually dangerous. It's fun though. I'm not overly fond of having the 2 level 1s in here. Like I said, a lot of it boils down to, well, this one is the N7 Hurricane. The N7 Hurricane is really good. Let's see what this guy's got. Yeah, level 10 weapons, level 5 upgrades, so they should be alright still. Yeah, normally though, I don't like to have level 1s in a silver game. Mostly it's a statistic thing. It's not about the player usually, it's that they just don't have the points in the character to be particularly useful, but with what these guys have got, they're probably going to be alright. You'll notice the countdown has reset a few times, and that's mostly just because somebody is... We've got 3 people readied and 1 not, and they'll wait until it got low and then unready and ready up again. But, that said, we are in the game, so we might have 1 person AFK, but that's fine. So tech armor up, Annihilation Field up, and you should be able to see the effect of the Annihilation Field. It's like these shadowy tendrils radiating from the character. It's pretty neat, and you'll be able to see when it actually primes a combo, because it will shoot out blue lightning and cause the target to glow. For example there. One thing that is very interesting about Annihilation Field, as opposed to the other combo sources, is it doesn't leave a lingering combo preparation. It's instantaneous as long as they're in the field, and as soon as they leave the field, they're no longer primed. The Reapers actually can be fairly difficult. Marauders are extremely accurate, and Cannibals are resistant to the Annihilation Field stagger. Most of the low-level enemies, when you get them within range of the Annihilation Field, they'll panic as though they were on fire, which is really handy against all of the other factions, but it doesn't work at all, really. Fucking assholes. Alright, so that guy got executed. First wave. And that wasn't one of the low-level guys, which is awesome. But, usually the low-level guys would get panicked by the Annihilation Field as though they were on fire, which leaves you more than enough time to actually get in there and finish them off. And you'll probably notice I'm a bit more brave on this character than I am on most. The heavy monsters like Banshees and Banshees and whatnot are actually pretty fun. Oh, I bet that was the host just being AFK that died in spawn. That would make sense. If the guy was just AFK the whole time, died in spawn, didn't do anything. Alright. And it appears we picked up a Geth Juggernaut. I am never disappointed to see a Geth Juggernaut. But yeah, this is a pretty fun character to play, and it's really brave. I also picked up the movement speed for Annihilation Field. You can either pick a talent that increases the damage everything takes when they're in the range of the Annihilation Field, or you can pick one that increases your movement speed. And being able to run fast seems pretty important. You can probably already tell this character is a good bit faster than most of the other ones. And it comes in really handy when you've got a close distance. Marauders are also durable enough that I can hit them with a biotic explosion and they don't outright die. It gets them pretty low, and usually a heavy melee is all it takes to finish them off between that and the taking damage from Annihilation Field. But Marauders have been the bane of my existence on this character. They're accurate, they deal plenty of damage, and they're more than a little frustrating. I think Marauders have actually knocked me down more than anything else since I started playing this character. But also of note, this character is functionally immune to swarmers. As long as I don't sprint into them, the Annihilation Field will always kill them. And there have been a few times where I've been sitting there with the score pop-ups on the screen for what felt like a minute, as they just tried to catch up with me having cleared out swarmers and things like that. It's actually kind of neat. I think I went a whole wave with the score pop-ups constantly on the screen. Of course, I'm sure that was the exception and not the rule, but you might be able to make that happen more often. Let's see if I can find anything interesting. Sounds like somebody else is detonating combos too. We have somebody in the party who has Electric Slash, which is one of those abilities that detonates basically everything. Or actually, I think it does detonate everything, not just basically everything, but I think it detonates every combo, kind of like Warp does. Overall though, I'm enjoying the Asari Valkyrie. It's just very easy to get overconfident and get yourself in a bad way. But at the same time, because she's so fast, it's generally pretty easy to get yourself back out again too. And there you can see Biotic Explosion on the Marauder, followed by a heavy melee, and the Marauder was still alive. And let's see. Overall though, I'm doing pretty alright so far. You end up feeling kind of like a predatory creature playing this class, because you just run around the map looking for any enemy that happens to be out of position. And there's a lot of times I've run in on enemies when they're not looking at me. They'll be in a firefight with the team, and then I'll just roll in out of nowhere and murder. I kind of want to fight that Banshee. Gentlemen will excuse me. I think the Banshee is still alive. Yep, and a Brute. One of the other big things to keep in mind with the Asari Valkyrie is that you are very fast. Between your Asari dodges and the Annihilation Field, you move extremely quickly. And so against larger monsters, you can get in, throw a biotic combo, and leave. And then the Annihilation Field will prime another combo on your next approach. You don't have to recast it to prime more combos. And here you can see me getting the jump on a bunch of enemies trying to fight my allies. This is a nasty character if you get in the right environment. I just stole the shit out of that kill, but these things. And you can see me catching up to this guy. And he was trucking it as best he could, but Asari Valkyrie is just faster. I need to watch that Ravager. If it starts shooting at me, then I need to move. Ah, shit. Interrupted my cast, of course, because why not? But yeah, this character moves very quickly and covers gaps and gets into melee amazingly fast. And you see how fast I can throw out combos by myself. And here, handle him. Ah, shit, Annihilation Field expired. When Annihilation Field expires, I always feel super vulnerable in this character though. So, let me come grab this. Got Juggernaut putting the wall down to help me. Well, it blocks off his turret too, so it's unfortunate. But I'd rather have the wall than not. And something over here, maybe? No, it's just cannibals. Nothing important. Excuse me. And there I actually detonated the Annihilation Field. Because I hit him with Warp, it primed him for a Warp-based combo detonation. Which means that he lost the combo priming for Annihilation Field. But because Warp primes and Annihilation Field's detonation can explode combos, I was able to salvage the situation. Still detonating a combo. This character has a surprisingly large amount of utility for something that seems so focused on close range. It can handle a variety of situations very well. Let's see anything. Alright, cool. And that should be wave 6. Yep. Now you wait for a little bit of a pop. Ah, damn it! And I miss with the warp every once in a while too, and when I do that, it's just atrocious. And my Annihilation Field expired. Fuck me. Yeah. I hate that cannibals don't get staggered. And I'm just gonna revive myself. I don't really want to bleed out in the middle of nowhere like that. And that was really the only one I could possibly blame. Gonna do a little wave thing. And you can see the back and forth thing generally works pretty well, but like I said, every once in a while I do end up still getting sync killed, and it's always really disappointing, but it happens. Got a good flank going here. Ravager. Not a great environment for me to be in. Need more room to maneuver, even with the Juggernaut protecting me. And I've actually learned a lot of really interesting things in this game playing this character. For example, the Cerberus turrets can't track you at close range. You can actually just run in a circle around the turret and it's helpless. Which is really handy. I was doing that one of the first games I got this character going. And basically just terrorized Cerberus. They were just having a hard time with me in general. Everything they had was having a hard time tracking me. I don't know if it was just subjective or if that was actually the way they're designed, is to have a hard time tracking fast-moving targets, but I thought it was neat. And those are Marauder shots. In the half second that I was exposed, delivering several hits on you. So another thing, I can't remember if I mentioned it, but you can actually prime and detonate Annihilation Field through cover. So I don't necessarily have to have line of fire with a target to ruin their afternoon. I'm not even sure what's hurting me. You see how accurate the Marauder is. And there. I was able to detonate the combo on him with Annihilation Field without leaving cover. At quite a good range. And you can see they don't... God damn, fuck Marauders. Seriously. Eat shit. but I was able to detonate the combo off of... So basically, the Annihilation Field primed a combo. I detonated it with Warp, and then I detonated the Warp with Annihilation Field. And the last explosion didn't even require that I leave cover. I'm in a bad spot. I got overconfident. I hate Marauders so much, they're so annoying. I'm just gonna not play that. Damn it. Handle her real quick, revive him real quick. Get out here, handle this real quick. Yeah, the wall from the Geth Juggernaut is really useful, but it blocks powers and bullets from both sides, not just enemy. So sometimes I have to play around it. It won't block the Juggernaut's melee attack, so a lot of Juggernauts will throw it on the target they're meleeing, and sometimes that means you can't get to the thing they're meleeing. This guy died in a terrible spot. Very important thing to keep in mind is that if you're out in the open, you can make it very hard for your team to revive you. It's an old multiplayer game thing, like a multiplayer RPG thing. If you're gonna die, die somewhere convenient. Because if you die convenient, then we can get you. If not, you might just have to sit out. You know? Shit. Made mistakes. But yeah, and your experience may differ, but for me, Marauders are the hardest thing in the world to deal with. Husks, however, are a joke. Abominations can be a bit difficult since you end up getting so close to your target. You have to be mindful of their death explosion. But Husks are just a laugh. They can't do anything to you. And there you have it, the Asari Valkyrie. Have a good one, and thank you for watching.